welcome to episode number 54 of The Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille and I'm absolutely nude. Can we get away with that? Hey, welcome to episode number 54 of The Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille, and I just want to take a second right off the bat and tell everyone to relax. Everything's cool. You know, I wasn't really naked. I had socks on. So tonight's episode of The Langille Show is going to be a little bit different. Instead of me coming out and talking about a whole bunch of new things, I'm actually going to clear up some things from the last few episodes so that we're all on a level playing field and we can move forward from here. The first thing I want to talk about is the country that got banned from the Olympics before the events even began. If you remember, I came out and I talked about this in episode 53, and I told the whole story of what happened, or at least what I knew at that time, but I was missing one tiny little fact, and that's just the name of the country itself. Well, luckily, one of my viewers and one of my subscribers, Dan Kitty, did what I couldn't. He found the information and the name of the country. The name of the country that got banned was Brunei Darussalam. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now see, there's two different stories on what's going on here. The Olympic Committee says we tried to do everything we possibly could to get this country registered and they wouldn't answer us and just wouldn't register. The country says we had somebody registered in shot put but they got injured, so we figured we're not going to register an athlete who's not going to compete. Okay, I can see that. I mean, I can see both sides. They both seem legit. We want you to compete but you won't sign up, and they're saying why would we sign up if we're not going to compete? I get that, but if that's the case, why show up for the opening ceremonies if you're not going to compete? I mean, it's a bad situation all around. The point is, they didn't register, they didn't get to wave the flag, they didn't get to do the parade, they didn't get to compete, they didn't get to do anything. So maybe 4 years from now, even if they've got no one to actually physically compete, they'll sign a little piece of paper that says, yeah, we want to play too. And that's just the first thing in the Olympics that I want to clear up. The second thing is the fact that I myself look like an absolute idiot right now, and I want to apologize to you guys for, again, not researching my facts and getting things ready before I go to air, because the only person I have to blame for this is me. Actually, scratch that. Don't blame me. If you want to blame anybody, you should blame the CBC, the NBC, all media in general, the Chinese government, and anybody really good with computer graphics. You should blame them, not me, because I just went along with what I saw. Now I bet you're wondering, Langille, what are you talking about? And what I'm talking about is what I quoted as being the coolest thing in the opening ceremonies. Remember the feet that walked across the city? Yeah, I love that. Apparently they weren't real. In fact, they were computer generated. Yeah, who uses computer generated graphics? I mean, who does that? It's like using a green screen. Anyway, yeah, apparently what happened was that really awesome scene where the camera panned out and the footprints walked across the city. Yeah, computer generated. They spent a year working on that to get that ready, and what they did the night of the opening ceremonies, they lit off fireworks along the base ground of the city, which was cool, but they were just, you know, explosions that detonated on the ground to make it look like they were launching it, and all the actual footprints were computer generated. The Chinese government deemed it was too dangerous to actually launch 28 footsteps, so they figured what we'll do is we'll just fake it and use computers. You know, I gotta tell you, I don't have a problem with things that are fake but look good. You know, like wrestling, boobs, you know, things like that. I don't have a problem with that, because they're telling you up front, or in most cases they're telling you up front, these aren't real. So to my good friends in Brunei Darussalam, if I'm pronouncing the name of your country wrong, I do apologize. I don't mean to. I'm not being malicious by it. I'm pronouncing it the best I can. And trust me, I feel your pain because I go through the exact same thing almost every day. For some reason, people don't know how to pronounce my name. And it really baffles me because to me it just seems simple. But I've been going through this since I was about 5 years old. All the way back to grade school. When we got a substitute teacher, they go, Berger, Bodwin, Tiscornia. You know, they pronounce names that, you know, you'd think they might mess up, but no, they nail them perfect. They get to mine, and it's Brian Langille, Brian Langille, Brian, are you here? Yes. I don't understand how hard it is to say Langille. I don't get it. In fact, I've been saying it at least 3 times an episode since episode 1. So I would really think people would get it by now, but They don't. And I'm not mad. I'm not pointing anybody out, and I'm not, making fun of anybody. I'm just doing this to try to help people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to phonetically explain how to pronounce my name, and then maybe from here on out we'll all get it right. It'll be awesome. Because, I'm 33 years old. I've been going through this all my life. And I've decided now that I have a way to reach the masses, I'm going to use this in an effort to not only entertain, but inform at the same time. So from here on out, I want everyone to realize this is how you pronounce my name. Langille. L-A-N-G-I-L-L-E. Now I get Langille, I get Langille, I get Langille, I get a whole bunch of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain exactly how this goes. So it's Langille, 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 Langille. Perfect! You got it. That's how we do it. I'm just thinking, if I get that girl from Hot for Words to do that whole word pronunciation thing with my last name, that would be awesome. Because not only would my name be pronounced, but at the same time, I'm willing to bet that the amount of viewers I'd have for that episode would skyrocket. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. My name is Brian Langille. Thank you for watching episode number 54 of The Langille Show. You can check it out in all the normal places, including thelangilleshow.com and youtube.com. Wow, I almost said Facebook. I haven't posted on there in a month. Speaking of Facebook, you can join the Facebook group for The Langille Show at facebook.com and do a search for, you guessed it, The Langille Show. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Langille, and I totally blew the script, so I don't know where I'm going next, but ad-libbing's what I do. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Enjoy the Olympics. Keep cheering on your country. Hope your country brings home a gold medal, unless, of course, you're from Versailles to La Salle, in which case, sorry.